What is?
Would I suck a cock?
Would you take
Suck a cock?
Would I suck a cock?
Would you take Chandler's cock right now?
No.
I'm happy I'm recording.
Hello, my name is Jason, Ethan, Chandler, and this is NameLess TV.
I guess that's our intro. Hi, what's up, guys? My name is Chandler Blanchard.
Jason Byrne.
Ethan.
And we're NameLess, and we're going to go actually and do another behind the song today with our other member of the band, Ethan Wells.
Welcome.
Hello.
So, guys, what are we going to talk about for the song for this episode, actually?
So last episode was obviously the song Monster, so we thought, we'd go into, that was the last song, now we're going to the first song, Tearing. Tearing on the Misleading EP. That one's the first song on the EP. Also was the first song ever written for NameLess, and it just fits together like that.
So what is your first thoughts when you listen to Tearing? For all of us, I would say for us, or for me when I first listened to Tearing, it's a really interesting intro to the song. How do you think, Ethan, about the Tearing song? When you first hear it?
When I first hear it, I genuinely think it's one of the most melodic songs that we have created, I think.
I do, yeah.
I feel like it has it's very simple, but it's actually when I even think of the Misleading EP, I think Tearing is the first thing that comes to my mind.
Yeah. Mostly when I think of Misleading on any of the first EP, I do think Tearing is one of our better songs, but we actually had it viewed a lot more often than any song on our channel, and sadly we had to repost them.
Yeah,
for info wise and stuff, but
yeah.
For a lot of us, I do think we like Tearing of how it sounds and how it is, but interesting about the song, when we first made it in 2017, it was just 2 chords with picking, and then we actually had Ethan come on board 2018? 2020. And sorry, 2020, sorry, yeah. Sorry. Why did I think 2018?
Because there was I think there was a lot of talk about me coming in the band before I actually did come in.
I think so, yeah.
Because I remember there was a lot of times where it's Jason saying, "Oh, hey Ethan, I remember you do guitar. How about you just come in the band?" And I'm like, I don't know if I'm ready for that yet. And then and then after a couple of years, I just was like, you know what? I think I'm ready, and I think I could actually bring some stuff to the band.
I remember that.
And what's really interesting with the involvement of the Tearing song, Jason and I mostly made with just 2 chords, and then when Ethan came on board, he had his own style of how he played it, and we went back to the song and we recorded his version. So that's what you really hear now on the song, is him actually playing it, because a lot of times before we really had a lot of other people, it was only me and Jason who was really writing, playing. So everything that you heard for lyrics wise or playing wise, drums, bass, or whatever, we both did it.
Yeah.
And it was really special for that. Otherwise, that's the only song, I think, in the first EP that we all did something separate things. I did the drums, he did the vocals and lyrics, and Ethan actually did the guitar part.
Yeah.
And I think that's one big thing of why we really like Tearing, actually. Is it's just very different than we have Monster. Oh, I did the guitar work as well, and very similar to almost everything else. The beginning of Paranoia I did, and then the rest of it was you. But for Tearing, I do like it a lot by how it's framed to be the first song that you hear on the EP. And do you think Tearing does show you what is misleading?
Oh.
What do you think?
I think Tearing is definitely the song that does show us what's misleading, because most of the song it is really mellow and soft, it's groovy, and then right in the middle of the song you have the the middle part, yeah, but whatever. But it that definitely shows that we can get a little harder, and I mean obviously with Paranoia we do get a lot harder.
Oh yeah.
But with Tearing you can see that like little spice that's involved with our mellow stuff, and it is one of those songs that does show as a whole, like all into one rap, like what Nameless is, what Misleading is, like, you know, because this is just the first EP. This is our first.
Oh yeah.
This is our first ever
raw
thing.
mixing EP that we've like all did mostly, like with like mixing, writing, like making, and it's like that's why I think it's special to our hearts for Tearing, is like because that was the first song they actually ever made, and I do think it was special to put it on the first in the EP.
And I also, if I'm not mistaken, is also one of the first songs that we really performed
Like got
full
down.
fledged.
Yes,
Yeah.
we got down as well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, let's go like almost behind like the song mostly,
Yeah.
like with the it's like how when you like hear those like pattern like of the song of like the chords and like the picking, what do you mostly feel when you like hear that, like with the rhythm and with the guitar part with your lyrics, like what, like how is the process of making that, like what can fit and what doesn't fit?
For me, when I hear Ethan play it, I'm just like transported back to the music room, back to that back room where you were just practicing your chords. You played an A minor and an E minor together. I was like, ooh, that sounds cool. Can we, like, what if I just put the lyrics I wrote the other day over it, and that's
Sad, depressing lyrics. Nah, actually not.
Yeah, but the first time you hear that was the first time we ever played Tearing as a whole.
Yeah.
Like A minor, E minor, that was the whole song, and
Over and over and over.
I just put a melody and lyrics over it, and that was Tearing at first. And it's been through so many different forms, yeah. Where
Like it was maybe like a year now, maybe like where we got much more of like the rock tone in the middle of how it goes now.
yeah, with Go
And that was like
Here.
a different, like I don't even remember how it was before that version came along.
Oh, yeah. Well, I can't help but play the original version because I mean that's how that's how you and I made it. Like it's like it's just stuck to my muscle memory. So like whenever I'm just playing it, it's there. But like
Hey Ethan, you want us to sit right here, buddy?
No, I'm okay.
No?
I thought you were gonna say here. But anyway, yeah, Tearing, like, you know, one day walking home, just thought, man, I know I should just stay away. Yeah, I know it's not alright.
But
Anyway,
with your lyrics, you're mostly saying like it just came out naturally.
it really came out naturally. I was thinking of it on the way home, and I was like, ooh, I should write that down. Went home, wrote it on a piece of paper. That was it. I took a notebook, blank notebook, wrote it on the first page, and I still have that piece of paper in my room somewhere. So A minor, E minor, D minor, and then she taught me like suspended chords. So like A minor, suspended, E minor, suspended, all that, and then it took on its own form for like a couple of years. And then this boy came in and he was all like
That's gonna be a great cut to his face.
This boy came in, changed the whole
Vibe.
changed the whole. He took it, put it upside down, re-put it upside right up, and then was like,
Yep.
was like, yep. And then we played it live, and it was beautiful. And then we recorded it, and now you hear it.
And the thing was when I was actually changing it, I just remembered not wanting to take away too much of it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Because
and
I didn't want it to be like
come in and then just change
yeah,
the whole
because
thing.
I know it's like a touchy thing, like with trying to change things like a lot, especially if it's an original that you guys have been doing for years.
Yeah, that was our baby.
Yeah, and I didn't want
Maybe an hour, like one song that we like, for some reason, like took the longest. Maybe.
It Well, yeah, it did take the longest because one, it was the first song. Two, it just like it stuck with us. We knew that this song had to be put out there.
Yeah, I
Like,
remember even being scared about adding that C major.
Oh, well,
That was like one of the. I was like, oh man, I hope they don't.
I mean, if A minor and E minor stay in the song, then it's still Terran. Like
that is true.
That's really it. Because whenever I do listen to it, like I said, taken back to the music group and taken back to how it sounded the first time, and it just makes me feel like we really made it with that song, and
Yeah.
we really brought that song to where it needs to be. And
So with the lyrics in mind that you made, it was much more of like just something that came around your life, what you just put into that song.
I mean, Tearing, it's the bass. I mean,
The bass of the song.
it's a beautiful song, yes. But if you really rip apart the lyrics, it's just your basic high school teenager going through a hard time.
And what is your thoughts when you like listen to the whole song with like the guitar and the lyrics in mind?
I always, I never think it's like sad or anything like that. Surprisingly,
No,
it really
it surprisingly doesn't, like, you can understand, like, tearing, okay, it's probably a song that someone maybe, like,
okay, yeah, like tearing me apart.
yeah,
Okay,
it's like, tearing me apart, like, you can, like, I think it's not a subtle song if, like, no one didn't understand it, but, like, I think everybody can understand, like, oh, this is the idea, probably, this is what, like, it's not like a bad song, and I've said this again as the last episode, it's like, we have a good lyricist, and every song that he brings to the table of any lyrics, Ethan and I don't even touch anything.
No,
He
no.
comes in with a whole song in mind, and we're like, okay, now we're just gonna make it.
Yeah.
And again, like, I think that's like the biggest thing with a lot of the songs that we do make, where you are like the main focus on like the lyrics and stuff. You come in, he brings a idea for like a riff, and then I try to go over with a drum. And I think a lot of the stuff really goes really well with the song. And I think even before he started coming over, you and I knew how the drums should have been and how it should have been played. I think Tearing has a different style than any song that we do have, like Monster or Paranoia. Like, Paranoia is like, yes, the hottest one, but for Tearing, what do you think in that style of, you think it was written very well or less well, because it's almost very similar to almost every other song that we have?
Well, I can't say that it was written most well or less well because that was the first one.
Yeah.
And I do admit some of the other songs like Broken and Monster, I kind of consider those sister songs to Tearing
Mhm.
because like it was all like you have the Tearing, it's mostly mellow throughout the whole song, and then you got Broken. It has that like kind of not really mellow, more just like I guess high energy ish song, but like it kind of follows the same thing. Like it has the singing verses, and then it has the what I like to say scringing voices lyrics, like where I kind of scream it but also like sing it at the same time. It's like not a full scream, but it's it's a held back scream in a way. So that's like what Broken is. And then Monster, obviously that's like mellow to high energy, freaking, and that's what's in common with all those.
Do you have anything to say, Ethan, about like the music, how we made Tearing and stuff, or like the story behind it, like how you wrote it, or how you mostly helped us make it?
I just remember that I didn't want to follow the chorus because I thought that would have been. It was like going into it. I think if I tried to learn it, it would take me so much longer to just like instead make like a different, I guess, heavy chorus part. I guess, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I mean, I feel like with that addition to it, and I mean, it was like another thing where I was again kind of scared about changing it, but at the same time, it was just like talking back and forth with Jason a lot, and
Yeah.
you know, going just trying to figure out with him and also you on what that part should be like.
Yeah, I still remember when I first showed him the song. I was in his room, and I like it was like a few days after like I confirmed him to be in the band and stuff. We agreed on things, and I was like, all right, so we have these songs written out.
Learn them.
Learn them. Tearing, easiest song you could possibly learn. Like, it's
yeah.
literally just A minor, E minor, D minor.
And then when he got much more,
Oh yeah, he got
better with it, he just like, oh, I actually have another album that we can probably do.
Yeah, well,
And
yeah.
never used it.
That's the thing about like what we have now is that it's basically the same, but like revamped, redux. You know what I mean? Like it's like the same, but yeah, that's what he did. He literally took a boring. Well, not boring. He took
Before it was how it sounded then, we were not like sad part about this song about Tearing was Jason and I didn't like how it was coming. Like how it was recording and how it was going.
Have that. Like I still
Burn
have
it.
I still have
But
the original Tearing that
it's-
no one will ever listen to.
Don't know that. But it that was our least favorite song on the beginning of the EP. And then when I'm not gonna say the magical Ethan came along, but when he did come in and just hey, I have this, and it was a lot more smoother and much more better, it got to be one of our favorites.
Oh
It was I remember it being one of our favorites for at least a month.
we cried. We literally were like, wow.
And with the mixing of Tearing, do you think we did very decent for the people who
I feel
first started? Again, we're not engineers with mixing and stuff, but I think we did decently well for what we can do.
Yeah, I feel like what it is with Tearing actually is I feel like we actually do better when we play it all together. When I feel like when we do play that song, I feel like it's just combined so well when we play it all together and when we just practice the song a lot more than I actually like the recordings of it.
Yeah, honestly, yeah, the mixing obviously can always get better.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
I feel like the mixing it didn't do it justice.
Yeah, I mean the whole EP.
Yeah.
Released very raw and very
raw, very not professional mix. But there's other songs out there like Monster. When you hear it, it's I want to say Tearing and maybe Monster was the best mixing. Because we went back constantly. When we did something to something, one of us would be oh, the volume's a little bit too loud. Oh, have that vocal fade away a little bit more. But with the mixing of Tearing, I think we did. We put a filter on the drums. We have. Is it one vocal of yours, or is there another version with?
Yeah, at first it was just one vocals, but after the release, I was what can I do to try to make this better?
Yeah.
And I doubled my vocals, and then as I was listening to it, my I didn't do it so well, and the vocals it just went No, we're coming into the music industry as virgins, and we're gonna take it in pretty well, these next coming years. But
I even missed it.
yeah,
I didn't.
you missed. We will learn to be very mature and very experienced at what we do, and
Sure. You're talking to a 22-year-old who is never mature.
You're talking to a 20-year-old that will probably die as a 16-year-old. But anyway.
Pause.
Yeah, I was wait. Mostly, if you had a, grade, from the whole EP and other songs, but where would you put Tearing in as a unbiased person who you made it and stuff? How would you grade it as someone who had to listen for the first time?
Can I go first?
I want to actually have Ethan.
You can go
Yes.
first,
I feel like it is up there with Interlude.
Well, yeah.
Wait, interlude.
I mean, all right. Listen.
Wait.
Listen.
No,
Bias.
no, no,
Bias.
no, also unbiased as well. I know it's just an instrumental as well.
No, but like I thought interlude was like our like least favorite. I thought.
Oh.
Alright, so with me, I feel like with Interlude, that's another song where it's another one where I feel like if we were to play it live as well.
I'm not expecting them to play it live, to be honest with you.
Oh yeah, I know, but I just feel like with how clean it is as well.
Yeah.
And in the recording of it. It is
in the
also
recording.
Yeah, it is also very clean, and I also think Tearing is also very clean, and I actually personally like Broken
Oh, really?
as well. So it's an
Broken's like there's some things like that we didn't really care about. Like,
well, yeah.
I think that like there was like some iffy bass.
Well, yeah, definitely.
But it still like sounded fine to us.
Yeah.
But for like Terry, like for how to grade it, like as like for the EP or as the song in general, I think it's like an 8 out of 10. Like it's not bad. It can be better.
Oh, for sure.
But for the mixing wise, like I think we did fucking decent. For like again 8 free software.
What would you give it out of 10?
I don't think any of our songs hit a 10.
No, like
And
I don't
none of
think
them, in my
10.
opinion, I would give I don't know if I would even give them a 9. So I would probably have to agree with you on like an 8.
Yeah.
Because
like a 9, like you need some like really deep lyrics.
and also
Even though there's like good lyrics in every song,
yeah.
like, I feel like it had like none of our songs. Like I think our newest one maybe can get into a 10 if we can technically get it down.
Yeah, but I also feel like that is also another thing where it wouldn't be a 10 if we didn't have the good mixing or like any of that sort of thing with it as well.
Yeah.
So it would like, and again, it goes to like a whole bunch of like stuff, but
So he and I are grading it as an 8. How would you grade it? And I know you're probably gonna say like a 9 or like a 10. Well, actually, maybe not a 10.
I'm waiting for a controversial right now.
6.5.
Why are you the way that you are?
Really?
Yes.
I can see where
The reason
I can see it maybe, yeah.
the reason why I say 6.5, I like.
Is because
honest-
you know things in the song, right?
Well, no, honestly, I wouldn't give any of the songs a 7.5.
be so much better.
Yeah, I think these songs would probably be up there with.
Oh yeah.
It would definitely become like a solid at least 8.
I like if I can imagine how this stuff would sound like in our future and how it would like really, like I would be listening to it on repeat, like because these, I mean, if if I'm being honest, I'm probably peaking right now with lyrics because of how hard my mind takes everything, but like I am peaking. So like even when I write lyrics now, I think I could never beat like how I wrote Tearing or Monster, Broken, or like really anything. Like I like how all my lyrics came out. It's just the way I sing them right now. It's just the way that they're brought out and everything. Like I feel like whenever down the road we redo this, it'll be so pristine.
Yeah, visually as well as
Like I said, we're
yeah.
virgins.
Yeah, definitely. Extra virgin.
Jesus. I just love how that went down the line. So I think from like tearing wise on everything, is probably our best, in my own opinion, on not on mixing, but just as planning. On
But-
like how we wanted to make it sound and what we wanted.
Yeah, because I mean when we
Because
did,
I'm proud of how it sounds and shit.
yeah, I mean when we did start working on the EP and actually recording it and all of that, like Tearing was one of the first things that we started on. So we took a lot of time. And as you can see, like as the EP goes on, you can tell what is rushed and what was you know.
Oh,
yeah.
and by the way,
worked
there's
on.
like songs that we like hit like off like in like a day. Like I think we did like 3 in one day. But like getting like you mean like recording done. not like perfection, but like riffs, drums,
Yeah.
lyrics and stuff.
Yeah,
I think we got like Monster and Broken done after the same.
so like this is what I think sometimes. What would Broken and Monster be if it got the Terran treatment? We let Ethan do his thing with it,
Yeah.
and what could have happened? Like that's what I think sometimes, because like I know what we had or what we have is good. It's great, like Broken and Monster, but like what if Ethan put his style to it? Like that's what
Well,
I
he
was
does.
wondering.
When we do Broken and Monster.
Monster live, yeah.
Yeah, we do it live for sure.
Yeah, but like
Like there's like some points when like I play and then like what he plays and like I think I have like the not the style but like the what's the fucking rhythm, like I almost do like the same exact thing almost every time for like Monster Tearing or for like other songs. Like I do want in the future, and this is the best thing why I love having Ethan here, is he can just focusing on guitar and I can just focus on one thing. Because it is, like, again, like, it is difficult having a 3-man band at the time, because one of us needs to go on, and this is what we have done again on the whole EP, is like, some of us do go on the bass, and just do bass for like, oh, Monster, or Broken, or Paranoia. And it is difficult, but I think for the future, we should just stick to someone just dealing with one thing and not doing like, oh hey, you want to go on backup vocals again? Like, nah, I'm good.
Yeah, that's what I'm like afraid of. That's what I
But
think.
we need to just get a lot more better where we can get a lot more people involved who can actually help us in the long run if we do get signed and go on. Like, and again, this is a thing, is we want people to actually stay with us, and we will go down that path when we go down the path of that.
I mean, like, how I'm thinking of it is that we're probably going to make different versions of this of these songs that we have now, just so we can play them live. Like, we don't have a bassist, so there's going to be no bass in Broken, no bass in Monster, no bass,
And that's kind of very similar to, like, Ashes to New. They don't have a bass. Well, basser.
Basser?
Bassist.
Bassist.
Whatever. You know what I mean.
But, like, yeah.
But for, like, the time being, I guess that's, like, all the time we actually have, because I know this is, like, 35 something minutes.
Yeah, and I just did the...
So, if you guys do enjoy this video, I know this angle is going to be very weird.
Oh yeah.
Am I, like, halfway in the video? Am I, like, cut off?
I might be off camera now.
Oh,
like from this shot. So this is why I was like this.
Oh,
but
that reminds me. Did I do the thing?
I don't know. I wasn't really paying attention.
But if you guys didn't actually enjoy, please hit the subscribe button if you do enjoy and want to get the updates and the referrals of like what and when we do things as a video or as a YouTube channel as NameLess. I have been Channel Blanchard.
Ethan.
Justin.
Jason. My name's Jason Byrne.
This idiot's gonna get beaten by a minute later.
Why are you still here?
Yeah,
Why are you still here?
Yeah, you see that search button?
Get out! Wake up!
Search good music.
Wake up!
Get out of here.
Get up!
Yeah,
Come on.